Girl, listen, I'm not gonna come on here and tell you to study every day, attend all extra lessons, and don't have a social life, because if we're being completely honest, there are only a handful of top students who actually do that. And I wasn't one of them. Listen. Crying is a fundamental part of this grade, yeah? It basically comes with the package. You think I didn't cry throughout my matric year? Listen, girl, I cried a river, jumped into that river, and swam all the way to 5 distinctions and 2 Bs. Ask about me, bitch.
I can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Dumb and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete when you cheat.
Hey besties, and welcome back to Shawty Creations. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're not new to my channel, then you already know the vibes, bitch. You see that? Did you see? I'm doing it with my own hair today. What? Girl. If you guys know me personally or you've been following my Instagram for quite a while now, then you know that in high school and matric, I was the girl I thought I was. Girl, in the midst of sleeping at McDonald's and missioning with my girls, I was a top student. I was an honest student, and I graduated matric with 5 distinctions and 2 Bs. Same name, same neighbor. Say my name! But I'm here today to give you guys some tips and advice on how to ace your finals. Now, this video is not only for matrics, but it's specifically tailored to that last year of high school. But if you are in high school, this video will definitely help you out too. My first piece of advice is to the matrics. Listen, it is all in the mind. Guys, matric is hectic because you have your teachers telling you it's your final year, you guys need to stop playing around, you guys need to get serious. You have your parents on the other side, like, you going to varsity, you need to have proper marks, like genuinely kuraf, guys, and it's a lot. But if you guys are constantly in the mindset of, I need to do well, like you stress and you have anxiety, you're spending all that time on stressing instead of putting all that energy into your books. And I always say this, your mind will fail you before the examiner does. Let me just repeat that in case the people in the back missed it. Your mind will fail you before that examiner does. And guys, don't get me wrong, a little bit of stress is good. A little bit of that little push is good. But then you shouldn't be stressing to the point where you're not even getting work done. Like, you're so stressed and you have so much anxiety that you can't physically do the work. You just need to take a step back and be like, this is the place that I'm at. I just gotta do what I gotta do. And listen, girl, you just have to do what you gotta do. My second key of advice is to have a balanced lifestyle. Girl, listen, you gotta get your mind right, you gotta get your body right, you gotta get your soul right. Nothing works in isolation. And I know people were like, Shawty, you were going out every weekend, you were always being launched, you were rocking, what. How are you getting the marks that you're getting? The same effort I was putting in going out, I was putting the exact same effort into my book. So if I was rocking in the books too. Get what I'm saying? Do you feel me, man, now? Do you feel me? Every key aspect of your life has to be balanced in order for everything to excel. I mean, everything needs to work together. Nothing works in isolation. You need to balance out your social life, your school life, your health, your spiritual alignment. Everything needs to be in unison. And when I speak about social life, I'm specifically talking about like earlier on in the year matric, because obviously you're not going to be going out in finals, but just to have that dynamic of everything works together. During finals, I was making it a priority to go to gym, to eat right, to make sure that spiritually I was on the right path, just to make sure that everything within me is aligned. Because like I said a number of times, nothing works in isolation. So basically what I'm saying is, go out with your friends, spend time with the people that you love, go to the gym, get that eating plan in order, study. I mean, everything works together. My third key of advice is to get organized. And if you're generally not an organized person and you're in matric right now, I know that it's the period between prelims and finals. girl, you gotta get your shit together. Now is the time to get your shit together. So I had this file in matric and grade 11 and grade 10. If you schooled with me, then you know that like I used to walk around with this everywhere. So in this file, I literally have study notes for every subject, and it's divided by different color dividers. And tapping a little bit into my OCD, as you guys can see, every subject was color coordinated. So if I had English as green, I used to write the notes in pencil, and then I'll highlight with like green. I'd highlight with other colors as well, just to like make notes, but everything was color coordinated so that in my brain I could just, you know, switch on. And also I separated everything with topics. So I had literally a pocket sleeve, right? One pocket sleeve had like one topic in mathematics, for example, algebra, and then I'll have trigonometry, and then I'll have calculus, like just to separate everything so that it's easy to find things when it's time to study. Instead of scrolling through like pages and pages looking for a topic, I would literally just go to this file, I'd open to mathematics, and then I'd just scroll through, and then I'll find trig, or I'd find calculus. So honestly, you need to get organized because it also saves up time when you're studying. You don't want to be looking in your bag for like study notes and be looking for this. Literally in this file, I have notes that I've made. I have study notes that were given by the school, ones I've printed from the internet myself. It literally has every piece of study material that I'll need. My fourth key of advice is to do past papers. Now, I know you've heard your teacher say, you guys must do past papers, okay? You need to go back to IB, you must do DBE, you must do all of them. I know that you've heard this from your teachers, but guys, I'm telling you, it helps. When I tell you for accounting, I did every past paper from 2017 until 2019 supplementary, India and supplementary paper 1 and 2. I did every single past paper. You need to like look at the type of questions that they ask, especially with maths and the higher order thinking questions. You guys should really go through past papers. And also like in languages, what helps with past papers is that if they asked a poem last year or 2 years ago, they're not going to ask it this year. So you don't have to focus too much time on those poems, because you know the possibility of them asking that poem are really low. Go through them, but focus your time and your energy on studying the poems that they haven't asked in the past 3 years. Those little key elements that you must know on how to kind of navigate how much you need to study, because guys, it's a lot. Like genuinely, matric is a lot of work, but the work is not difficult. You don't have to spend too much time learning all 12 poems. You can just learn 8, for an example, you know? So also with maths, like guys, they can only ask a question in a specific number of ways. If you do all those past papers, if you do every past paper from 2015, for example, there's no way that you won't be able to answer a question that they ask this year, because do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say, though? All right, so all the key points that I mentioned now are kind of general study advice and study keynotes that I can give you, but now we're about to break it down. We're about to break it down, girl. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the studying part, like the actual sitting down, going through your textbook and studying. My first tip is to write out study notes, guys. When you write something down, you remember. So you'll have your textbook, you have your slideshows, you write down keynotes, you write down important facts. And what I used to do is I used to write out notes, and then I used to say them out loud. And I used to actually teach myself a subject. Because guys, if you can teach yourself something, or you can teach someone else something, then you know it. So guys, actually try write out notes. Don't just read through a textbook and like lay in your bed and read. Actually write out important things that you're like, okay, I need to remember this, because when you write, you remember. My second tip would be to separate your time for writing notes and separate your time for revising. Writing notes is studying, but like that's only one part of studying. So when you do like a study timetable, separate the time you have for writing business notes and then revising your business notes. And revising isn't the day before, guys. It's not the day before. You write your notes and then you go through them, and then the day before you have the day before studying. But revising is to go through all those notes that you wrote, make sure that you know everything, see if you can remember some stuff that you had already written, but try separate that time and not say, today I'm studying business and in the study session, I'm writing notes, I'm revising, and I'm studying, doing everything at once. Try separate that so that you know, okay, Tuesday, writing notes, Friday, revising, I'm writing next week Tuesday. So Monday, I'm literally just going through everything real quick. And yeah, that should really help. Guys, while you're studying, make sure to drink water because you want to make sure to get some oxygen to the brain, and there is oxygen in water. So guys, make sure you're drinking water, you're keeping hydrated. It will also keep you up. Avoid caffeine, these monster drinks, these coffees, to try burn yourself out, because literally guys, nothing's gonna go in and you're just burning yourself out. And my last study tip is quality over quantity. And what that means, guys, if you're tired, please take a nap. Like if you're tired of studying or you just feel like, yo, nothing's going in, take a nap, even if it's just an hour, not longer than an hour and a half, because otherwise that's sleeping, that's not napping. If you're tired, stop what you're doing and rest, because there's no use in you continuing, but nothing's going in. Do you know what I'm saying? You know that quote that's just like, Mutu will be like, oh, I didn't study and come out with an 80%. I was that girl. I was literally that girl. But that's because, guys, I don't try to burn myself out by studying a lot, trying to get everything in. It's the quality of my studying, not how much I study or how long I've studied for. It's the quality of the studying. Another tip in terms of quality over quantity, if you're studying something like business studies, right? And it's like a lot of reading, a lot of information, and you're genuinely tired, go outside for a walk, get some fresh air, come back and study something else like, I don't know, maths, because that's numbers. It's not necessarily reading a lot. So try also balance out like your numbers subject and your reading subjects, or even if you do like practicals like art, maybe you have like an art practical you need to finish and you've been studying business, take a break on business, do some art, and then you'll see business later. Like don't try burn yourself out, because what's the point? Right, guys, so my next set of advice has to do with writing the actual exam. You guys already know like what you need to know. Don't be late for an exam, have your stationery, make sure to go to the bathroom, whatever. You guys already know that. I literally only have 2 keys of advice for actually writing the exam. First of all, don't drink too much water, guys. Like you don't want to be going to the bathroom while writing an exam, because it takes up so much time. You need every second, every minute counts, guys. Even like, I don't even understand people who will finish before the exam time is up. You'll find people 30 minutes before the exam is over, they're laying on their arms. How evens, guys? Like, I don't know how. I say go to the bathroom before writing an exam and don't drink too much water while writing, but definitely do keep hydrated and just... This is the last key of advice that I have in terms of writing an exam, and I actually think this is the most important. It's helped me for as long as I can remember, honestly, and I hope this helps you guys too. So what I used to do, and what I suggest you guys do as well, is I would get my question paper and my answer sheet as well. And during reading time, I would be going through all the questions, and I'd kind of remember the questions that I know the answers to. So I would like spot, okay, question 1, I know this answer. Question 3, yeah, I know. Question whatever. Like I would just pinpoint the ones that I know. And as soon as they said, you guys may begin, I used to take a pencil, go into the question paper, and I used to write like keywords for the answers that I already know, you know? So why this helped me is because when you're doing a subject like business studies, it's a lot of reading and it's a lot of writing. So by the time you get to the question that you knew the answer to, sometimes like with me, my mind would be like so all over the place. I'm just like, shit, I remember this, but now I don't remember. Do you get? So what I would do is on the question paper, even if I just write like keywords or abbreviations, so that when I get to that question, I already know, oh, okay, I remember what EP stands for. Yeah, I remember what SNL stands for. Like those small things used to help me, because then I would spend less time trying to remember the things that I actually know and spend more time on the questions that I don't know the answers to. Saving up time on specific questions you guys should be aware of. Save time and spend most of my time on the questions that I didn't know the answers to. Guys, I really suggest that you use this technique. It was literally like a lifeline for me, especially because I know that I write a lot and I spend a lot of time on questions that Like a question will literally be for 2 marks. I'll write 4 lines. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to write a lot. So I really hope this helps you guys, and let me know if you guys tried it and if it actually helps. Alright besties, those are all the tips and advice that I have for acing your finals. And to the Matrics of 2020, this is just a message and a letter to you guys. I know you guys can do it. This year has been a long year. It's been a lot. It's been stressful. There's been a lot of pressure. But this is literally the beginning of the end. You guys are starting finals soon. And I trust and believe that you guys will pull through. Try some of my study techniques. Tell me how it goes. And I'm expecting some good results from you guys, eh? And all the people who are in my high school, the Matrics, I expect nothing less from you guys, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.